Hello and welcome back to the Flying Scotsman FM channel, where today is the first in a brand new series, the Tactical Clinic, where I have asked you to send me in your tactics and we will simulate these with three sides across a season. Now you can either do this on Twitter, via email, you can get me on Discord, or even just message me and leave me a comment on YouTube. So today we have three teams that we're going to run with. We are running with Tottenham in the Premier League, predicted to finish 5th. We've got Plymouth Argyle in League One, who are predicted to finish in 7th place. And we're over to Spain with Girona, who are predicted to finish down in 19th in the relegation spaces. So what we'll do now is we will take a look at the tactic, and here we are. It is the Panenka 4-2-2, which was sent over by Panenka over on Twitter. As I said, if you want to send me some in, please get me on Twitter, email, etc. So we'll just run through the tactic here. As by the name of the tactic, it is a 4-2-2 or a 4-4-2 or 4-2-4, however you want to say it. So it's a balanced mentality. Well, in possession, we are looking to pass into space, higher tempo, so we're looking for quick exchanges, trying to get the ball from back to front as quickly as we can. In the transition, we want the goalkeeper to throw it long, again, distributing quickly, counter-attacking. This is a lightning fast tactic. We're going to just bombard the opposition box as quickly as we can. And when we're out of possession, the defensive line is higher, we're playing with the high press, we're pressing much more often, we're preventing the short goalkeeper distribution, and we're getting stuck in. So it's a very in-your-face tactic, counter-attacking, balls to the wall, attacking constantly, just trying to score as many goals as possible. So I think that throughout this simulation, we're going to see all three teams score a lot of goals, a lot more than we would expect them to. But just in the nature of the tactic, I think we might see, especially Girona, concede a lot more goals as they're going forward chasing that. So we will now fast forward one season and we'll review how each of these sides gets on. Here we are at the end of the season with Tottenham Hotspur. Having a look at the competitions, it looks like, you could say it looks like a mixed bag. We'll be knocked out in the Emirates FA Cup and the Carabao Cup at the semi-final and fourth round respectively, both times when Newcastle United. That must be gutting to take. It does look like they've managed to get through the groups of the UEFA Champions League. We'll take a look shortly and see how far they got in that competition. But in the league, it looks like they have overperformed and they have finished in 3rd place when expected to finish 5th. So let's just take a look at the full table. They've got 23 wins, 6 draws and 9 defeats, scoring a massive 91 goals and conceding 46. Now, I'm not surprised they scored that many goals with Harry Kane, Heung-min Son, players like that, Richarlison, Kulusevski. They will be scoring goals aplenty. But as we saw, if you have elite level defenders, I think you will concede a lot. They've conceded 46 goals in the 38 games here. Now just look at the squad, have a look and see who's got the goals, who's got the assists. Harry Kane, 40 goals in all competitions. Heung-min Son on 37, Richarlison on 14, Ivan Perisic on 8, Kulusevski on 7, and then from there you can just look down. Plenty of players getting involved in the action. Yves Bissouma even getting 5 goals, Bentancur with 3. Could be here all day listing off all the players that have scored. And then when you look at the assists column, Heung-min Son's got 14 assists, so overall 51 goal involvements for him. What a phenomenal season. Then you've also got Kulusevski, Richarlison, and even Yves Bissouma in double digits for assists. Overall, I think it's a great attacking output across the squad here. Now, looking into the schedule, we can see they had an absolutely phenomenal start here, just blowing teams away, especially a 5-0 against Leicester here. Champions League, they beat Maccabi Haifa 4-0, Real Madrid 2-1, Dortmund 3-1 before losing the return leg 3-2. Beating Brentford 6-0 here, losing to Madrid 1-0, and then winning their last game of the group stage, Maccabi Haifa 5-0. So in the 2 games they did lose, they lost out just by the 1 goal, so it's not been as disastrous conceding goals-wise as I might have originally thought. Put out Doncaster in the EFL Cup 3rd round before losing to Newcastle in the 4th round, before losing to Newcastle again in the league. So I think that's across the 2 cups and in the league, that's 3 losses out of 4 games they'll play. And then if you look here, Spurs 7, Manchester City 2, with Kulusevski, Son, Richarlison, Perisic, Basuma and Moura all scoring. So 6 different goal scorers there. What a phenomenal result that was. They then beat West Ham 4-1, Bournemouth 4-0. They beat Barcelona 3-1 in the first leg of the Champions League last 16. Beat them 3-2, so they went through 6-3 on aggregate there. Brilliant. Lost 4-1 to Man City away, but then beat Man United 4-1 in the FA Cup quarter-finals. A 6-4 win against Newcastle here. So they have 3 losses and a win against Newcastle, but 10 goals in a Premier League game is phenomenal. They're in a wee bit of a bad patch here. Napoli putting them out of the Champions League and Newcastle putting them in the semi-final of the Cup before they went on a reasonable run for the last couple of games. So as you can see, Tottenham with a static finished third on 75 points, qualified for the Champions League, some really good individual performances, so it does look like this tactic's been a success for Tottenham Hotspur. Now we'll take a look at Plymouth Argyle. Across the 4 competitions, it does look like it has been a very, very good season indeed. First of all, we can see that they lost out in the Papa John's Trophy, finishing runners-up, before being knocked out in the 4th round of the Carabao Cup by Crystal Palace and the Emirates FA Cup quarter-finals by Newcastle United. So getting put out of both cups by Premier League opposition is no laughing matter. It's well done to the boys, and as you can see, looking at Sky Bet League One, this is where they shone. They have romped to the title here, and we can just have a look. 32 wins, 7 draws, 7 losses, 94 goals scored with 39 conceded, finishing on 103 points. What a phenomenal season for Plymouth Argyle. I'm sure they would love that in real life. They should, and I've always thought they should be in the Championship. I don't know why, I've always just thought I'd like to see them up in the Championship. Now we'll look at the squad. Goals spread around, not as much, not as many high numbers here, but you've got Niall Ennis on 32 goals, Ryan Hardy, a fellow Scotsman, on 26 goals, Danny Mayer on 13, and then a whole host of players with 6 goals and under, a couple of defenders chipping in with a few goals, and in the assist front there's 3 in the double digits with Joe Edwards, Niall Ennis and Danny Mayer all chipping in with some goals and assists. Great to see. Then we'll take a look at the schedule, just go straight back to the start of the season, and other than the loss to Fleetwood here, they were on a great run. They've went through, every time they've then lost a game, they've went on a run of winning 5 or 6, which is obviously how they have managed to romp away with the league here. You can see a lot of games they're conceding 1 goal, but then there's lots of games that they're winning, 4-0 against Swindon in the FA Cup, 5-1 against Lincoln, 4-0 against Gateshead again in the FA Cup, 4-2 in the EFL Trophy against Wimbledon. You can just see a lot, most of the time that they concede, they're only conceding the 1 goal, which is good. A wee bit of a step back here with 3 draws within 4 games, but nothing disastrous. Before again, just going on a phenomenal run before losing to Peterborough. They actually put Blackburn out in the FA Cup 5th round, which is great, before losing 5-0 to Newcastle in the quarter-final. Newcastle are the bane of this simulation's life. 4 cups, and Newcastle have put our sides out in 3 of them. I'm not going to be happy with that, Newcastle fans, I do apologise. And then, as you can see here, the EFL Trophy lost 2-1 to Ipswich, unfortunate. After going 1-0 ahead through Morgan Whittaker, they then lost 2-1 to Ipswich before going on a phenomenal run where they only dropped points to Exeter. So that final run of 5 games just pushed them to the top of the table. And there we have it. Plymouth fans, a successful season is the sort of tactic you'd like to see for your club. Let me know, and let me know if you agree that you think that you should be in the Championship. I mean, I doubt anyone's going to say no, but you know what I mean. Do you think you'll get there this year or in the coming years? Just let me know. And finally, to our relegation candidates, Girona over in Spain. As you can see, they've been knocked out in the Copa del Rey in the 3rd round by Real Sociedad. Again, nothing to be ashamed of, losing to a bigger top flight club. So we'll just concentrate on the league here, and they were due to finish 20th, and they have managed to finish in 15th place, 5 points above the relegation space, and a massive 18 points ahead of where they were expected to. So we'll just look at the full table here, and we can see they won 11 games, drew 5 while losing 22. And yeah, they scored a massive 61 goals while conceding 95. So minus 34 goal difference here. So we'll see how far up they finished in the goals. So it's that seventh highest amount of goals in the league. Absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal from them. Take a look and see their squad, see where the goals are coming from. Christian Stuani, who I believe was the former Middlesbrough player. Let me just check. Yes, it was. Stuani, who was at Middlesbrough with 23 goals and 4 assists. Rodrigo Riquelme on loan from Atletico, chipped in with 12 goals and 9 assists. Manu Vallejo, 11 goals, 9 assists. And the next man, double digits, Valentin Castellanos, who I think was from New York City. Yes, New York City FC. Looks like a decent wide player, a decent forward there. Might be one to keep your eye on in your saves. He's only 24 years old, season in. When we look at the assist numbers, Rodrigo Riquelme, Vallejo, and Jan Couto, the full back, with 8 assists for himself there, brilliant. And now we'll just go to the schedule. I'm expecting to see a lot more ups and downs here. So, started the season very well with 2 wins against Getafe and Cadiz before going on a bit of a losing run, conceding goals. Beat Osasuna, lost to Celta Vigo, Real Sociedad before smashing Rayo Vallecano 5-0. Riquelme with 2 goals, Stuani with 1, Vallejo and Ivan Martin. Again, even in most of the games that they're winning or drawing, they are conceding before a poor run here where they lost 8-0 to Barcelona and 7-3 to Real Madrid. So at home they are scoring goals. They scored 3 goals at home against Real Madrid. However, they did concede 7. 4-0 loss to Valencia. Beat Mallorca 4-1. Again, losing out 3-4 to Real Betis here. 4-0 loss, 5-2 loss, 4-1 loss, 5-4. Like, this section here is really where they could have been in the doghouse, in the dogfight going down, before picking up a win against Real Valladolid and finally drawing in the final day against Almeria. So there we have it. There is the Panenka 4-2-2. I would say that all 3 sides we tested this with, it was a success. So if you had better players in any of the sides, obviously you would get better results. And I think Girona being able to stay up was a massive one out of them, especially when they were already going to be struggling to keep clean sheets. They conceded a lot more goals, but the attacking output massively helped them and managed to get them up into 15th place and to safety. So again, if you'd like to have your tactics reviewed in this way, please just get me on any of the channels that I have mentioned. Please leave a like on the video, comment down below how you think the tactic is, and a big massive thank you to Panenka for sending over this first tactic of the tactical clinic. And as always, if you enjoy the content, please subscribe. I am new to this, so I am always learning, and I'm just looking to get as much help as I can, and I do hope you enjoy it as we go. So until next time, thank you very much.